Hey, good afternoon. Colin Kimball here with Alderman Chevy, Buick GMC in Rutland, Vermont, Vermont's favorite car dealership. We appreciate your interest in this beautiful truck. Very excited to get to show you this thing today. A very special truck we have. Now this is our 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 Custom Trail Boss. Now that comes with some very cool things here. We are going to go into depth about what comes with that package, but right off the bat, this is a 5.3 liter V8 engine. Now that does have that dynamic fuel management and the variable valve timing, which is going to turn off cylinders while you're driving to give you the best fuel mileage. Now this one here is married to a 10-speed automatic transmission. With that combination, you're going to get a whopping 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque, which is a phenomenal amount of power. Very smooth delivery with that 10-speed. Now you have more gear sets you can find yourself in. You're not limited. Now on the exterior here with this Trail Boss package, as you can see, we come on a 2-inch factory lift. You do get your Rancho monotube shocks back there with the Z71 off-road package. Now we will show you those in just a few. Right down here, we have our 18-inch painted high-gloss black aluminum wheels with our Goodyear Wrangler tires on there. That combination looks very beautiful. Around to the front here, we have our beautiful halogen headlamps. Right down here, we have our frame-mounted horizontal red recovery tow hooks. And then with that Z71 off-road package, you're going to get some undercarriage protection like a front skid plate, gas tank skid plate, and a rear diff skid plate. Front-mounted license plate bracket. You don't have to install your own. Nice little Z71 black badge tucked away in there. Deep tinted rear windows. Beautiful interior here. We are going to go over all of these features, but first I want to give you a good feel for room in the back. Now this is the crew cab. You do get a ton of room back here. These are your all-weather floor mats. Now I'm about 6'3", definitely on the taller side, and I have more than enough room here to kind of kick my legs out, sit back, be comfortable. Very, very comfortable, actually, and I'm not limited for room at all back here. We got our kangaroo pockets in both seats here. That is not something they put in every truck. Right down here, a Type-C charger for fast charging, as well as a USB port and some HVAC vents to make sure everyone's happy with the temperature and charging. Beautiful interior here. We will step around to the front here in just a second, but I want to show you these rear 60/40 splitting seats. Now this is the 60% part right here. It does lift up. Right over there's that 40%, but this is cool. You don't lose all your seating configurations if you do want to store something. You could lift that seat up, have all of that space there for storage, and still have 2 more seats back here to keep people seated. Drops right back down. In the front here, we have our 10-way power driver seat adjustments. Hop right in here and we'll give it a start. Great sound to this Trail Boss as well. Nice little welcome animation right there. Now, right off the bat, we have our blacked out Chevy bow tie right in the middle there. A little scuff from me earlier. Adaptive cruise control settings on the left side. Now that's going to keep a gap in between you and the car in front of you, and it'll keep it there. Forward collision alert, it's going to sense any collision in front of you, and if you don't make any adjustments, it is going to brake for you. Now you do have IntelliBeam Auto High Beam. You'll just tap that little button right there. It'll turn off and on your high beams based on your traffic conditions at speeds over 25 miles an hour. On the left here, we have our auto track transfer case that works with your Eaton locking differential, 2 high, 4 low, 4 high, all of your engine controls, and then your trailering mode right here, which is going to reduce the gear shifting when it knows there's a trailer back there. It won't shift up and down as many times, which will reduce the wear and tear on your transmission. Right over here is your headlight controls. We'll turn on the cargo lamps just so we can show you that in a few. Driver infotainment screen. There's a little digital section in there. You can toggle a few things in there. Beautiful radio entertainment screen here. You do have your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it is wireless. You don't even need your cord. Now that is something I look for as in connectivity in a vehicle. We have a trailer light app right here, which is going to cycle some lights for you before you hit the road. Kind of gets rid of the need to have someone else there to make sure your lights are good. I'll show you the camera angle on here. That's a rear HD camera. You do have your trailering mode as well, which will perfectly center you up with your hitch as you're backing up. Hard controls for that right here. Here is your climate control right down here if we can get a good view. Temperature settings on the right side, fan speed and location settings right here. And then a nice little taskbar right here. So this one right here is your hill descent control. Now it's kind of like a cruise control for going down a very steep hill. You'll tap this button and use the plus and minus arrows where the adaptive cruise control is. traction control button right there that'll turn off and on if you ever get in a situation where you need to turn it off. It's so helpful. Full way directionals, power lift gate button. We're gonna go ahead and press that, so it'll go ahead and drop that tailgate in the back. Auto stop and start button, and then our lane keep assist with lane departure warning, which will do those little minor adjustments for you to keep in between the white lines. Right over here's your integrated trailer brake. You don't need to install your own or have one hanging by your leg. Gain adjustments right there, and then the brake. Type-C charger for fast charging up here, as well as a USB port and a 9-volt car port for even more charging. And then a 120-volt wall outlet here to keep maybe tools charging on the go, whatever it may be. You do have that capability. Now, I don't normally show you the passenger side over here, but you do have a nice little 2 glove box situation here. You still have your bottom normal glove box, and then you have a little hidden one right here. Right here, this is your bench seat center console, so this will lift up for another seat, but you also have a good amount of storage right in here. You have a nice little spot right here for tissues, business cards, whatever it may be, and then a nice little rubber pad in here to take out if anything gets dirty. It does happen. Right here, we have our parking brake button. Very cool out of the way, but still very useful. Electronic mirror and window adjustments on the door, as well as your lock and unlock. Right over here, we have our capless fuel fill, so no need to get your hands dirty at the gas station, and you don't have the cap swinging around scratching up this nice paint. Right under here's those Rancho monotube shocks. Now, I know the Rancho if they're red and white. Corner step rear bumpers, the high gloss black bumper with this Trail Boss. Now, like I mentioned, this does have that Dark Essentials package, Rancho monotube shocks right there. 2-inch hitch receiver. Then we have our dual outlet chrome tip exhaust here. This is a power lift gate, so just a press of a button, it's going to go ahead and drop down. We did press the button in there, so it unhooked it and unlatched it. Here, we did get a nice snowstorm. We do have a good amount of snow in the back here, but we have 12 cargo tie-down locations, 6 on each side, and they hold up to 500 pounds each, so there really is a ton of combinations for you to keep your stuff tied down. Right here's a 120-volt wall outlet charger, as well as in the vehicle, you have one back here. Cargo lamps, so that's good for if you're unloading or loading in the dark. Then we have our Chevy Tech spray-on bed liner. Now, you can't see it the best here, but it is a spray-on. Very good to keep your bed protected. Now, this is all blacked out right here. Normally, this is just an embossed. It's all body color painted. But with that Dark Essentials package, you're going to get blacked out features all over this thing. Now that is our 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 Custom Trail Boss. If you have any more questions about this beautiful vehicle, don't hesitate to give me a call, 802-776-5000, or you can stop by for a test drive. We're conveniently located at 65 Windcrest Road in Rutland, Vermont. You have a great day.